Well, what about like when we think about like the best version of you, the most successful version of you down the road, like what would be considered success for you?
Um, for me, I'd love to be able to buy a home in this area, to, marry my girlfriend now, have some kids, and like, just be able to put money away like for their education and like pay for their education like my dad did for me, um, and to like be able to get back to my church and things like that, to be able to give my family a good life. Um, that's like the broad image for me, I would say. To help my parents out, like when they get older.
Yeah. And when we actually chunk down on those specific goals, like what do you feel you would need to actually have in terms of like portfolio size by specific ages?
That's actually the question that I am looking for the answer to. Like I don't have a good read on that as of now. Um,
Yeah. It's like if you don't have a good read on it, like how are you supposed to do it? Makes it really
right.
difficult.
Exactly. Well, that's kind of like where I've gotten proactive with like trying to figure it out
Yeah.
to get everything like down on paperly. Okay, by 30, I want this much. By 35, like I'd like to have this much. Yeah. Start working towards a concrete goal rather than just something in the future. Yeah.
So you haven't done any like specific goal planning up until this point? It's just been kind of general wants that you want in the future, but not sure how to get there.
Right.
How long have you
Yeah.
felt that way for?
Um, I felt this way probably year, 2 years, where it's like at first I was able to kind of put money into my brokerage and I was able to buy stuff and kind of start building. And then as life has progressed, I guess it's like lifestyle creep in a way, is the way I feel about it. And I haven't been able to do that. And so I want to like get it back under control and set concrete goals and like concrete budgets and like get to that point. Cause like, yeah,
Well, what I find, like, and something you mentioned earlier, is like your friend, for example, like his father set him up with an FA and obviously like showed him the ropes. Like, how was your upbringing with money in comparison to his?
um, I mean, I never went without. I also never was like taught to understand the value of a dollar. I wouldn't say that's something that I've been teaching myself. Yeah. My parents both worked. My mom stopped to like raise my brother and I until we were both in school. Yeah. But my dad has been a worker bee my entire life. Um, his spending isn't great. I think he's, kind of pieced it together as he went. I get bad consumer habits from him, definitely. Like I talked to him about wanting a car and like he basically told me that car payment I could afford and then I should just do it. Like, for example, yeah. Family friends around that are all like well off, like, yeah, just do it. And I'm like, okay. And now it's like, bite me in the rear end, right? But I would say that my upbringing with money was like I just wasn't really aware of what it actually meant and like what it was actually worth uh, and I've realized now and I'm trying to like correct that and like set the course straight for yeah, myself.
Well, when you think about your father, for example, like where is he at right now? Like, is he on track to retire at a reasonable age?
He's currently 50. He's 2026. He'll be 56 this year. Um, he's got a decent retirement, but I think he'll probably work until the day he dies. To be honest, to the day he's not able to anymore. Yeah. My mom, on the other hand, I think she'll probably retire. She works in like the healthcare industry. I think that she'll probably retire relatively soon. The next 5 or so years. Um,
Why do you feel like your dad's going to work until he dies?
Part of that is his personality. Yeah. And part of it is just because I just don't know. Like he like a lot of his retirement is in crypto, for example. Like he just doesn't make sound financial decisions in that way. Yeah, in a lot of ways. And he's like on all these Discord, like speculate. I'm like, dude, I'm not buying any of that. Like I'm gonna like set myself up, and then like if I have a time down the road where I'm comfortable speculating in that way, then I'll do it. But like I'm not. Yeah, I'm not putting any meaningful money into something like that.
Do you know how much he has in his retirement?
With this downturn, probably like 300,000. We're sure 56-year-old is not where you want to be. Um, but I think he's got cash and he's got money and some other stuff too. But I would say that's a relatively safe estimate for me. It's like between 250 and 300. Yeah,
So seeing that, growing up and seeing the result of that, like what does that teach you about?
a lot discipline. And I don't want it. It's not what I want. I want to have a different life for my family, and I'm like go about finances a different way, and establish myself early so that I'm not in that position in 30 years. Yeah, I would really like to. I'd like to be a spot where like the disc fun is day to day, and I get to a point where like my girlfriend, her dad, and like her dad's, you know, family, he's well off and he's well more disciplined than my dad was, and like they're able to go on all these vacations and everything, and basically just like not even sweat it. Like they got the life, and like he plays golf and all this stuff, like, and they don't have to sweat it for a moment. Yeah, but it's like every other decision during the day is super disciplined. Like that's the kind of life I want to live, where it's like a freedom that my parents don't necessarily have. I can create if I start now, like yeah, implementing these changes.
When we look at the past like 2 years that you've been feeling this way, like what have you actually put into place in order to learn these skills and get the discipline that you need?
Um, I didn't know necessarily where to start at first, so I started kind of like working my algorithm to get onto that side of social media, for example, which like is the beginner way to go about it, I think. Um, I've watched videos, I've read
Like,
posts and stuff about it. I bought budgeting apps, and like I said, I pay for Quicken. I have all my accounts loaded up in there, and and I track and I categorize my expenses, and I try to review the reports every month. Yeah, I I've tried to cut back on how much I spend on things like food. Um, I bought a ton of books. Like for a while, I was reading like crazy. Um, and so I was buying all these books, and I realized how much I was spending on that. And like it's kind of still behind what I had. So what do you say? You still feel the same way though? Absolutely. Yeah. And I've been reading like I've been reading all kinds of stuff. Like I've read books about budgeting. I read like Psychology of Money, for example, like anything in that vein. Um, I'm doing Art of Spending right now by Morgan Housel, like the next one. That's what I'm reading currently.
So a lot of like self work, research, reading books and things like that, but you still feel the same way.
I would say so. I feel like that there's a lot of like generalization and stuff like that. Like they give you the themes, and they give you like the concepts of what you should be doing. It's the concrete portion that I struggle with. It's the concrete portion, like setting the actual number. Like, okay, this is how much I need to be doing. This is how I get there. Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you're in the right place. I've done hundreds of these calls, so it's a very common theme that I speak to a lot of people with. Yeah, I guess for you though, like feeling the same way for the past 2 years, which is a pretty long time, like what's prevented you from going and getting some more hands-on help in the past?
Um, that's a good question. I wouldn't say it was a hesitancy to do so. It was just I was so caught up in the different avenues that I had, that I saw all the time, and like just that, and like I guess procrastination in a way. Like I should have done this a long time ago, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let you sell yourself short with procrastination. Like, what is it if we
Yeah.
go a layer deeper? Like, do you feel that if you knew that getting the outside help would yield results, that you wouldn't procrastinate, you would just do it?
100%.
Okay. So is it fair to say that there's just maybe some uncertainty or fear around getting the help?
And there's a lot of
Uh,
sorry, I hear about.
You cut out. Can you repeat that? Your audio cut out.
Repeat it.
Sorry, yeah. I mean, I would say so, and I think there's a lot of having gone about it the way I have. I've seen a lot of influencers, and like everyone's got their method and in a course and stuff like that, and so yeah. I mean, I would say that there's likely, yeah, there was some hesitancy. Um, I think I've gotten comfortable with the idea now, for sure,
What makes you think that you've gotten comfortable with the idea now?
of getting outside help.
Yeah.
When he asked me if I wanted to meet with you, I was like, I felt no doubt in my mind. I said, yeah, it sounds great. Um,
Yeah. Well,
And
I would love to unpack this a little bit further, like where you feel that like lack of trust actually stems from that way of thinking.
it probably comes from, I mean, to get real deep, I think it's that every person that I've had talking money, virtually everybody in my upbringing, has kind of given me some pretty crappy advice, um, and hasn't really taught me a whole lot. And so that is definitely cooked into the way I think about money still.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate you for being open and honest.
Sure.
Because yeah, people love to come on these calls and just think of every excuse under the sun and not tell us like the actual truth of what's held them back. So some lack of trust from growing up and hearing just like BS advice from those around you, and that's going to cause you to not be able to trust new opportunities.
I would say so. I think, yeah, definitely that's where the hesitancy comes from. Because, like, I mean, the car I drive is a prime example. Like, yeah, I talked about wanting one. I went to, like, the man who's basically my godfather, and he was like, yeah, dude, totally. Yeah, absolutely do that. Like, that's sick. And I'm like, Dad, I think this is what I want. Instead of being like, no, son, you need to, like, save up, pay cash for a used car, and, like, go about it the right way. And then, like, once you have money, then you can start paying for stuff like this. Like, he was like, I mean, your salary, you can afford it. So do what you want to do. And, like,
Yeah.
I think any one person being like, hold on, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should do this. And like, this is why I put the rest of that money away. Yeah, you'll be in a great spot. Now I'm saddled up with almost $800 a month in consumer debt that, yeah, I've spent, a few years now paying down. And like I want it gone badly. Like, I just want it, like, yeah, it's not destroying me. Like, I'm not,
It's just annoying though. It's frustrating.
it's frustrating to see it go out every month. Absolutely. Yeah.
At the same time, like holding on to that mindset that because I had some bad advice from those around me, I'm not going to trust new opportunities. Like, what do you feel that's cost you over the past few years?
A lot. Oh, I mean, I think about you like the time value of like getting into something like this and learning exactly, you know, the way I should budget and like the stuff that's actually important to budget for. Maybe how much, like what things are worth kind of pulling back on retirement savings a little bit for, like maybe for a home payment or or something like that, like the stuff that like is worth doing versus dumping, all my money in my retirement, which is not a bad thing, but like what is the opportunity cost of something better and like a home or,
Um,
like those kind of decisions. I think about the time value of the 2 years or so. If I was 25 doing this again, how much progress I could have made in that 2 years. Um, it's substantial. I think I could have accomplished a lot in that time, and set myself up much better had I not been so hesitant.
Well, when did you come to the realization that that way of thinking was doing you more harm than good?
I don't necessarily know. I can't give you like a time period. Um, Surprisingly, I feel like, because I remember distinctly feeling that way, and I know I don't now, but like I don't necessarily, I kind of like identify it, like, yeah, yeah. Or like the time, like within the last few years when that might have happened. I want to say like, it began when I started seeking out, yeah, the influencers and the books and other, outlets. I think that's when it began, and like gradually over time, it's led me to this point.
Yeah, well, based on like what you've told me so far on this call, like I'm certain we can help you. But on your end, like when it actually comes to aligning your words with your actions and going out and getting the help, like there's still going to be a lot of resistance on your end, obviously, because this is something new. You've never done anything like this before. And there's going to be like an element where you just have to kind of trust someone to lead the way to help you out. So like this time around, like when it actually comes to you making a decision like this, like how would you overcome that feeling of uncertainty? Because it's like there's always going to be the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder, right? Two voices in your head. One's negative and one's positive. And like, what does the negative voice always told you about opportunities in the past?
Um, and I mean, it's been an element of like I said, people give me bad advice, and then there's an element of like, I'm a CPA, like I do investment accounting and stuff like that. Like I should be able to find this and like piece it together.
We have a lot of CPAs
um,
join us.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah. Yeah, and like I should be able to like figure it out. Like that's something like that's my domain. Like I work with money every day. Um, and yet I'm like so bad with it on my own. Like I should be able to like figure that out and I clean it up myself. And like it was coming to the realization that like I've really struggled to do that despite, my education being licensed and things like that, well that yeah, but it's like is every psychologist happy?
Is
No.
every doctor healthy?
No.
Right? Of course not.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Can every UFC fighter coach beat up his the person he's coaching? Of course
No.
not.
Right. They're all good points, yeah.
Yeah. So the two are not relevant to each other. Like your personal life and your professional life are like two completely different things. So, but yeah, I get it. It's like you feel that you should be able to do it because you studied it, but when it actually comes to doing it, it's different, right? Like
Yeah.
if you think about fat people in the gym, right? They all know what they need to do. They understand it, but that doesn't mean they can actually do it.
Right.
Um, so this time around, like when you have that negative voice in your head telling you that you can do it yourself and just push it off and you don't need the help, like how would you actually overcome that limitation?
I'm fully well aware of like that I'm not the best at this kind of thing, and like that's why I'm seeking out the help. Yeah, and like, well, essentially,
I'm gonna
I'm
think about the positives too. Like let's say let's say you're 27 now. Let's say you 23 years down the road, you're 50 years old. Like you've stepped up and you've done all the things that you say you want to do. Like you've got kids, their college is completely funded by you. They didn't need to get any student loans. Your wife is
Mhm.
happy, right? You actually are able to do those things like golf and go on vacations and not have to worry about that. Like what would that specifically be worth to you?
everything definitely worth deferring now. Like, definitely, like it. That is what drives me currently. Like getting to that point, and so I would say like that's everything.
Well, how would you actually view yourself differently though, accomplishing that?
Because you'd be breaking a pattern from your parents as well. There'd be pride in it for sure. Um, there'd be differently pride. Do you feel proud? I would feel proud if I accomplished that. Absolutely. Are you proud of yourself today? Relatively. I mean, I had goals like when I was in college and before that, when I was studying, like things I wanted to do, industry, like I wanted to be in the industry I'm in now. Yeah, I wanted to be making good money doing this kind of accounting. And I've done all these things, like, so I am proud of myself for that. And it's like realigning my sights to another thing. And so like when I do feel proud when I think of like where I've come, how far I've come since then. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah. So you want to continue to feel that way as you get older.
right.
Okay. Well, would you like our help with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Because I can show you inside, I can show you tons of people getting results, and I can show you exactly like how we set up our plans and systems. Um, but there's still going to be some resistance on your end, obviously, because it's something new. But what I will show you is real people, real families. It's a lot of people around your age, maybe slightly older, usually people in their early 30s that join us. And it's just really families just trying to do the best that they can do. That's why they're here. It's all you can do. The thing is, for you, like in order to get these types of results, like there is an investment that you have to make into getting the coaching. It's a 6-month plan. You have lifetime access to the stuff, and I'll show you exactly how we set it up. But it's $7,500, so it's not particularly cheap. But those are the results that people get. So like our average net worth increase is $80,000. Average savings on overspending throughout the year is $29,000 per student on average. Do you feel that you'd be willing to invest in yourself, knowing that these are the types of results people get?
I would have to. I'm definitely willing to. I don't know if now would be the time that I could do it. Why do I financially speak? You don't have $7,500 on hand that I'm.
Yeah, most people don't. That's why they booked the call in the first place.
Yeah.
We with the money, like wouldn't want that to be the reason that you don't get started and don't get help. Like, would you be willing to find a way to make it work if it made sense for you?
I know you can sense the hesitancy. It's like it's still there.
It's normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been on the other side of these calls. I paid a similar amount for a different program in the past, so I get it.
I'd be open to it.
Okay. Well, the fear hesitancy is normal, but that's everything we do, man. So yeah, I mean, what part are you actually like excited about or interested in?
I think the community would be huge for me, like seeing that and like the accountability of the calls and like the planning setups and things like that. I think would be huge for me. Keep me on track. That's huge. I mean, and it looks like you cover like such a breadth of materials, like the hierarchy of accounts, for example, something like I mentioned earlier. Like I want to know. I guess that's all investment accounts. Like I want to know like when would it be appropriate to like dial back my Roth and invest in a taxable broker? Like in what situations would that be like an appropriate and like not absolutely stupid thing to be doing? Like, and you say Brian's got a bunch of his money in tax for brokers. Like obviously, there have to be good reasons. But like everything I've heard is like just max out your retirement and then live, right? Like, and I feel like there's obviously more to it than that. Like, and like you kind of showed me that there with the 3 pillars and all the different materials.
The main thing is just like the main thing for you, man, is just like doing it and like sticking to it. That's what we help people with. Like, yes, that's all great, but like we get people results because they actually stick to it. That's the biggest thing. It's psychological. It really is psychological, brother.
100%.
People always say the community. I didn't even realize like how important it was actually going to be for myself. Community is like a really big aspect for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I know you had some hesitation, obviously. But do you see this as being like a worthwhile investment for yourself over the next 10, 20 years?
Yeah, and like the hesitancy for me isn't that I think that it would give me results. Is like the hesitance for me at this point is like I don't like that's been part of the problem for me is like actually doing it. The part I'm thinking through is like I need to 100% jump in with 2 feet and like make the investment and to do it.
I think if you make the investment, you have skin in the game. Because if you go and you get those little free ChatGPT, you know what I mean, those free templates and all that crap, like we speak to people every day who are like, I've tried all those things, it didn't work. Because they don't have any. They don't have, same, me too. Yeah, I've done the things you've done. I've done the car loans. I've done all those things I regret. But like, if you don't have like skin in the game with an investment that you make, you're much less likely to take it seriously. Like, think about university, for example. If imagine everyone got to go to university for free, like, do you think the flunk rate would go up or down?
If everyone got it for free, it would go down. Or no, the flunk rate would go up. Excuse me, the graduation rates would go down.
100%. Yeah, because when you actually assign a dollar value to something, like a monetary value, you are now saying like this result is worth it to me, right? This means something to me, right? It's like when you buy your wife a wedding ring and you pay for the marriage. Like not only are you getting married, like you've also made that financial commitment. It's multiple things. It's very psychological, as you can imagine. But do you feel that you're actually willing to step through some of that uncertainty to get the results?
I feel like to get to where I want to be and like where I feel like I need to be, then I have to. Yeah, I'm absolutely willing to do that.
Okay. Are you willing to find a way to make it work?
Yes.
Okay. So the easiest, cheapest way to pay the 7,500 is on a credit or debit. And if you do credit, what I would recommend is we would send you a 0% balance transfer credit card. And that will give you, if you do a balance transfer 15 months, a 0% APR. Or you can move money around. It's really up to you. The second way is to do a payment plan, but it's going to cost you 15% more because we work with financing partners and they charge you.
Right.
I would do it up front, burn the bridges, and just get some skin in the game and save money on fees and interest. But it's really up to you.
I'm trying to think about ways I can make that work. If I did, I would definitely do it up front. Like I'm not going to take a 50% haircut to make work. So like I think I would probably sell some stuff to get it. And it'd be the equivalent of like making the investment the same way.
What do you have to sell?
I have stocks, ETFs.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like stuff around the house.
Oh, no, no. Okay. What doesn't you kill me, dude? Oh, no way. Equities. I mean,
So you have the means to do it. It's like it's about you just taking the leap of faith and taking the plunge. And 6 months later, like you're not even gonna be the same person. Honestly, you'll be a different person.
I hear that. Is this like a decision I have to make like right now on the call?
What if I told you that it was?
Uh, I have to like put it on boss. Like I have to like piece together how I could do it. Like
That's not that. No, we're not like crazy high
Okay.
pressure
Yeah.
company.
I want to be in. Like you got me excited, man. Like I think it's a great program.
Well, how can I help you like keep that momentum up and stay excited and get it done? Because you know how these things go, right? Everyone wants to start the gym on a Monday, and very few people actually go and do it.
Right.
So, like for you specifically, like you have access to credit cards, right? You have the available balance, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So when it comes to you finding a way to make it work, like you definitely can on this call if you wanted to. So do you
I
actually?
wanted. I do want to like take a second and like because for me that's like a sizable amount of money to be doing right now. Like I don't want to sort of make a snap judgment.
You know,
It's also sizable results and sizable goals that you have. Like all the goals you mentioned are big. It's like, hey, I want to be able to fund my kids' college. I want to be able to get married. I want to be able to buy her ring. I want to be able to retire and really be proud of myself. Like those are not easy things to accomplish.
I don't disagree with that. And I don't know, it's something about it's like doing it right now in this moment on this call is just like I need to take a beat and like
you know,
think. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but I think that's what I have to do. And that's what I would like
You
to.
don't have to do anything, man. It's totally up to you. Like whether you like do it or not, like doesn't really make a big difference to us. But like for you, it can literally make like it's like can make a massive difference to your life, right?
I agree.
Like, and for you specifically, like having a team helping you set everything up and like having all the support, seeing everyone else doing it and getting results, like what would that actually change for you personally?
That structure would change everything for me personally.
Do you feel you're actually capable of
Like,
getting results?
yeah,
Do you feel you're capable?
I do. Yep.
Okay. So you feel you're capable. You feel like it would be huge for you to have all these services and seeing everyone else doing it. So knowing that like based on what you've seen, like our team can put you in a better position for those goals. Like what's kind of coming up for you that makes you want to put time and distance between that, just so I can help.
It's the snap. Like it's just like the making the quick decision. Like it's really the
Can I just make a suggestion on it?
Yeah.
Like when you say you felt this way for 2 years, right? It's like what about this decision feels quick?
that I met you on this call. Like I see the results and everything. But I just met you, and like I just started talking. Right. I'm messing with the Budget Dog account. I'm assuming like Brian runs that, right?
Yeah, the Instagram account.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I've been like damming with Brendan over like a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, about it, and like I met you on this call. So like just taking a beat and not reassessing because like I believe what you're saying
like for me,
as just being the person that I am. Like I just need to take a beat and think about it and like be 100% like 100% like
But you're never
certain.
gonna be certain though. That's the thing. Like you're looking for like certainty. That's not possible. Because like how does someone gain confidence in anything? Like think about the first time you jump off a diving board or first time you talk to a girl or do anything. Like there's
Yeah.
always that level of uncertainty. Like how does one actually gain confidence in anything that they do?
it's a good question. It's a good point.
Well, what do you feel is the answer to that question? Like how does one gain confidence in something?
You do it
Why do you do it?
to see if it works for you, I guess, to see if the result you've seen is going to work for you.
Well, it's like you're never gonna know the temperature of the water until you actually go in the water, right? And like when we look at the most successful version of you, like the person who has accomplished those goals, like the best version of you, like does that person allow uncertainty to overcome them, or do they overcome the uncertainty and step through it so that they can get those results that you're seeing everyone else get?
Because they go through it themselves.
But why would they go through it though?
Sorry, she's like freaking out now. All good.
Why? Yeah. Why would those people that you've seen? Why did they step through the uncertainty? Because you know all those people felt the same way as you.
They believed that they could do it.
Do you believe you can do it?
Yeah.
So then what are you afraid of? What's the worst case scenario for you?
That doesn't work in about $7,500, which I don't believe is the case, but like that is
Is that you talking though, or is that fear talking?
fear.
Okay. And whose advice would you listen to?
Based on what I've seen, definitely yours instead of theirs. It's other people I'm thinking about.
Yeah, but don't what you've seen doesn't matter. It's like it's what you do that actually makes the biggest difference. It's what you do that gives you the confidence. Because I can show you millions of those results, but like you're not going to feel 100% certain until you actually step inside and do it.
Right.
So for you, it's like, do you believe you're able to overcome some of that uncertainty?
I believe so.
Okay. Are you willing to trust us to find a way to make it work?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I would like to be 100% certain on here, man, and I'd like,
It's not possible. It's not possible, brother.
I'd like to be able to tell you like I can commit sitting here right now.
You
I
could,
would,
brother.
like,
You really could, brother. It's just a matter of you stepping out of your comfort zone. Like you're saying, like this is just the way I am, right? But would you
Yeah.
agree, like in order to get different results, like you have to start making different decisions? Because when you say like this is just the way I am, like what does that mean? It means like you're staying in that exact same
Yeah.
decision-making process.
Yeah.
And if you always make decisions the same way, then you always get the same results. So there's going to be like an element of you having to step out of your comfort zone, do something you've never done before, and make decisions you've never made before.
Right.
And even when you're inside the program and Brennan tells you to do something uncomfortable, like the expectation is you're going to follow our lead because it's for your benefit.
Right.
So these calls are no different, brother. But I'm not going to throw in the towel on you.
Appreciate it.
What are you looking at?
I'm on the Trustpilot again, making sure.
Brother, don't look at the Trustpilot. Look at inside. Those are real reviews from Academy members. But man, I show you the voluntary posts
Yeah.
inside.
I see there's a 5-star total review with like less than % of anything else.
Yeah. Well, we actually had a really bad review a couple days ago from a woman who didn't she didn't even join. Like we told her the price and then she like got angry and then she left a bad review. So like a lot of the bad reviews are just like random people that didn't even join. So if you make this investment today and I get you onboarded, will you promise me tonight you'll just go through the community and read what's actually happening so you can feel more comfortable with it?
All right.
You ready to change your life?
Yep.
And what made you actually want to change your life just now?
I mean, I agree with you. You said it's undeniable.
Okay, so it's super simple, man. There's a link here. You click it, you put your details in, make the payment. After that, you're going to get a coaching agreement sent to your email, and we'll go through that together, get that signed, and then I'm going to get you onboarded. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do to get the process started. And Tuesday, if you can make it on Monday, what time are you in?
Eastern.
If you can make it on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Brendan's hosting a new member onboarding call. So you're going to meet some other people that just joined as well, and Brendan's going to be hosting that call. So it's Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You should make it to that call if you can. Can you do that?
Think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Should be able to.
Yeah, and you're probably going to have more concerns and questions. Obviously, bring it to that call. There's going to be a bunch of new people from this week also with the exact same feelings as you, also scared and uncertain. And you can just bombard Brendan with questions and concerns, and he'll take it from there. Cool.
Yeah. I gotta get the money together.
You just put on a credit card and then move it around after you get the points.
So put it like on my MX.
Processing. Yeah. Congratulations. You made the best decision.
Literally have. Can you go to your email? There's going to be a coaching agreement sent to you. No, congrats, man. This is going to be good for you long term.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will see you on the inside.
Yeah. See you Sunday. Hey.